This episode of Everly Heights Tales is brought to you by Envato Elements. If you're a creative like me, you don't necessarily have the time or the talent to create everything you need. With Envato Elements, you can download unlimited creative assets all in one place. Where do you think I got a lot of the sound effects in this episode? Sign up for a low-cost annual plan today at everlyheights.tv/Envato. That's ENVATO.
Everly Heights Tales presents Infinite Tina, Part 1, Worlds Apart.
I always thought it would be us, together forever. Me and Ken have known each other since kindergarten. I thought that kind of history meant we'd always understand each other, no matter how life changed. But lately, it's all weird. Everything was fine until that stupid space camp contest. Before space camp, we did everything together. I wish I could have kept an eye on his mom until she sent in his contest entry. But it's not like I have the power to travel through time or something. Maybe me and Ken are just growing apart. That happens, right? Even to best friends. I didn't even want to go to space camp. Damn it! But somehow I won this stupid essay contest without even trying. So I went. And I had fun. And I even made a friend who I've written about before. But Ken, he made a dumb computer game about me, which apparently got popular enough on AOL for me to hear about it at freaking space camp. Sorry for venting. But now the whole school calls me Princess Puke, which I'm definitely not a fan of. My point is, me and Ken aren't like we used to be. Nobody's fault, really. Maybe we're just different people now.
You didn't even miss me while you were off playing astronaut.
Ken, don't be weird.
It takes somebody really weird to steal a trip to space camp and not even like it.
How many times do I have to apologize?
Things have been weird ever since Tina came back from space camp. She's kinda a different person now. She's always aiming that Sarah girl from Texas. Always going on about her space camp adventure. Like I'm not supposed to be the one with a billion cool stories about freeze-dried ice cream and puking on the multi-axis trainer. Like they aren't totally awesome. It was supposed to be me. But my dumb mom had to go and ruin it by not sending in my kick-ass essay before the deadline. Tina doesn't even get it. She doesn't get how many years I dreamed about going to space camp. She brushes it all off like I'm overreacting just because she didn't mean to. Dumb, dumb, dumb. But you know what? Sitting here, sucking on a Go-Gurt, it's got me thinking. Maybe Tina means more.
You're never online anymore.
I'm busy making ZZT games.
Cool, I guess. You planning to program yourself a personality upgrade too? Are you still mad about space camp? It's dumb.
Never mind.
I can't believe Ken's still mad at me. It's been flipping months, and he's still being a butthead. I didn't even want to go. I mean, once I got there, I had fun, and it felt good to try something different. You don't get a lot of chances to do that here in Everly Heights. When I went to space camp, I met new people. And for the first time, I stopped feeling like the dumb, bumbling girl from Ohio I've always been. Me and Ken barely talk these days. When we do, it just feels lame. We used to spend hours on AIM, or talking on the phone, or causing trouble in the convenience market parking lot while we gulp down slush puppies. Now, it feels like we're strangers. I don't know how to fix it. But what sucks the most is that I'm not sure that I want to fix it. We went from a Clarissa Explains It All friendship to full-on 90210 drama. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to Foolish Games now. Jewel always knows how I'm feeling.
Are you going to Nat Greco's Halloween party?
Yeah, you?
No. I'll pass.
Ken, don't be like this. I want to hang out with you. It's been too long.
I keep thinking back to that dumb space camp contest and about everything that's happened since. Anytime it feels like things are getting better, one of us pisses the other one off. It all feels like some dumb sequence of events that could have been avoided. Maybe in some other universe it was. And Tina's way different since she went to space camp. She's got her new friends, her new stories. Meanwhile, I'm stuck here, living like a dial-up modem, always trying to connect, never quite there. By myself. I hate being by myself. I doubt she even cares. Maybe it's time to let Tina go. Maybe it would be better for both of us if I just disappeared. Hey.
Hey.
Been a while, huh?
Yeah, things have been busy.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking, you want to talk?
We are, nerd.
You know what I mean. In person. I'm not mad. I miss you.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll meet up tonight at Dixon Park.
Dixon Park.
Tita! Okay, let's do it. When?
8?
See you then. Long before the streets filled with shadows and the secrets of the universe whispered through the trees, Dixon Park was a place of legends, a staging ground for children whose imagination shone brighter than the high-seated Ohio sun. Me and Tina did a lot of growing up playing at this park, in both body and mind. That swing set? Why, that's a time machine. The old picnic table? No, that's the secret lab of a mad scientist. Years ago, before we did something as stupid as growing up, this park was filled with infinite possibilities. Even as the years passed and our legs stretched and our bodies changed, the magic of those summers held a cherished place in both our hearts. But magic doesn't last forever. Friendships change. People drift apart like leaves carried by the wind. Sometimes they blow back together, only to be swept away again, like a melody you can't quite remember. The notes growing fainter with each passing second. Time brings its own rhythm, revealing secrets hidden in the quiet spaces between moments. Places we rarely look until it's too late. Tina knew she was blowing up a lifelong friendship over kid stuff. She knew I was slipping away. Slowly, like a tide slipping away from the shore. It wasn't that she didn't care about me anymore. We were best friends for life, after all. But we'd already grown in different directions, and Tina was already starting to think about life outside of Beverly Heights. About colleges, careers, and adventure. Me, I was somewhat happy with my increasingly nerdy existence. If it didn't involve aliens, comic books, or computer games, I wasn't really interested. Earth to Tina. Tina, are you with me?
Yeah, just thinking.
You love our night walks in the park. Remember when we found that old map under the slide?
Yeah, we thought it would lead us to pirate booty, but it was just some dumb blueprint for the sewers.
You can't tell me that wasn't fun.
We were kids, Ken. It was different back then.
It's not that different. We can still...
Before Ken could finish his sentence, a faint light flashed behind him. Something was stuck in the sand. Something with a strange, seductive orange glow. What is that?
Let's leave. That thing looks like it'll curse us with a 2400 baud modem or something.
You're really hung up on the World Wide Web, huh?
Look, it's probably just some kid's dumb Game Boy or something. Stay here. I'll check it out.
The orb grew brighter as Ken brushed wet sand off the intricate symbols hand-carved into its rough onyx surface. It was a unique device. A small sphere, no bigger than a cush ball, but a lot more risky to throw around. Careful, Ken. That thing looks like something Alex Mack would accidentally melt into. Maybe you shouldn't... Tina started, but before she could finish, Ken's hand closed around the orb.
My vision warps, twisting into a strange, kaleidoscopic cascade of images. A shadowy figure lurks in the distance. Though he doesn't make a noise, I can hear his name.
Hipparchus, the powerful.
My heart pounds in my chest as the air around me thickens. A sound, like a low hum, echoes in my ears, louder and louder until it fills my head, pushing everything else out. I feel weird. Like something far beyond the nostalgic comfort of Beverly Heights has reached out and touched me.
And then, just as suddenly, it was all gone. Ken was back in Dixon Park. Ken? Stop messing around! You scared me, you jerk! Are you okay?
I saw something. It was real, Tina. A magical land.
Are you high?
Whatever that thing was, it knew me. I think it was waiting for me.
Dude, you're high. Ken was most definitely not high, but he was lost in thought, staring at the orb.
I need to figure out what this thing can do for me. Us. For this world.
You've either been watching too much X-Files or you're seriously sleep deprived. Come on, I'll get you home before your mom freaks out and comes looking for you.
So, we're friends again?
Sure thing. Together again, at last, the two friends left Dixon Park, but the evening followed them home. After that night in Dixon Park, something changed in Ken. Tina had never seen him like this before. He became obsessed with the orb. He never talked to Tina about anything else and stopped caring about anything else. She felt like she was watching her best friend slip away again. And once again, she was powerless to stop it. "You okay, weirdo?" she asked him one afternoon, sitting across from him at Gaston's diner, a local greasy spoon. "It's like you're not even here when you have that thing." Ken didn't look up from the orb hidden in his backpack. As far as Tina knew, he never left home without it.
I can get it working. I just need more time.
It's just some weird computer or something.
It's not a computer, Tina. It's a doorway to something else. Out there.
"You two ready to order?" "Just a peach snapple, please. And maybe some answers." "Answers, huh? What's the question? I got all sorts of answers." "Holy spit! What's that in your backpack? It's glowing."
I don't know. We found it in Dixon Park. It's really weird.
If you kids found something weird, this is the guy to call. Jim Colvin. He deals with weird. Jim Colvin? Who's he? You wouldn't know him unless he wanted you to. But trust me, you ring Jim up, he'll know what to do.
Who the hell gave you this number?
The waitress at Gaston's diner, she said you could help with something we found in the parking lot. Something weird.
Meet me tonight at the old Everly Heights steel mill and bring everything.
What did he say? Can he help?
We'll find out tonight. If you want to tag along.
An adventure? With you? How could I say no? That night, Ken and Tina pedaled their bikes out to the old steel mill, its towering, rusted frame poking the storm clouds lurking in the sky. "You sure about this?"
I need answers.
Jim Colvin was already waiting just inside the steel mill's main entrance, with graying hair and a hard-lined face that told tales of years spent fighting things most decent people couldn't imagine.
Okay, son, give me the orb. This is a damn breach.
A breach? What does that even mean?
An interdimensional breach. We used to call them incursions, but nobody knew what that meant either. Point is, the thing is tied to you, like it or not. Wherever you go, it goes.
So I'm stuck with it?
Right, son. By touching it, you opened the door.
The door to what?
Something I'd rather not think about. You're in danger. A breach doesn't close on its own. And whatever is on the other side of that breach, it's coming here. To Everly Heights.
Coming for what?
Your friend.
The next few days did nothing to quiet my frantic mind. I could feel it, the presence, just beyond the edges of my consciousness. Watching, waiting, commiserating. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, the visions came. The towers, the skies, the shadow man in the distance.
Spartacus, the powerful.
The breach was growing stronger, and it was pulling me deeper. Tina was pulling away. She didn't say it outright, but I could see it in the way she looked at me, like she didn't know me anymore. Like maybe she didn't want to. One morning, after another sleepless night, I called her. Tina, I need to see you. Please, I'm sorry.
Fine. The swings. 10 minutes.
When I got to Dixon Park, Tina was already waiting for me there on the swings. She didn't look at me as I walked up to her.
You're slipping away, Ken, into all this multiverse junk. I don't know how to stop it.
There's something out there. Something bigger than either of us.
But what about here? What about Everly Heights? Stuck here together, right?
I wasn't sure how to answer Tina. I felt the distance growing between us for a while now, even if I didn't want to face it. Maybe this orb could send me on an odd adventure where I could run away and start fresh on some other world where I haven't screwed up my biggest, most longest, best friendship ever. Maybe it was the only thing I had going for me. I don't know, but I need you to trust me.
I just don't know, Ken. Those mean IMs you sent me, that dumb game you made about me that you sent out to the whole World Wide Web. You make it hard to trust you.
And then I saw it. The breach.
Come now. Enter the breach, boy. I have so much power to give you.
He's here.
Throw it away, Ken! Now!
Just then, as if summoned by the orb itself, Jim Colvin appeared from the shadows, his face grim.
It's far too late to stop it. The rift is open, which means the incursion has already started.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that presence you were talking about, Ken, whatever that thing is already here.
Ken.
But I couldn't even hear Tina. I was already taking steps back toward the vortex. I could feel that connection I felt the first night again. Stronger than ever. It was pulling me in, calling to me. I couldn't say no. I know what I'm doing. You haven't seen what I saw.
Ken, you don't know, anything, dude. Don't do this. We'll find another way to stop this thing.
I'm sorry, but this is the end. And then, before Tina could stop me,
No!
You can't save him, Tina.
I stepped into the breach.
He's still in there.
He's already beyond our reach.
No.
That thing connects to a realm where the rules of fantasy are in play. It's too dangerous.
Screw that! Her eyes fixed on the breach, hoping, praying that Ken would pop right back through. That this wasn't how their friendship ended. Ken was gone. Her world felt too quiet, too empty without Ken in it.
I'm sorry, Tina. You should know your friend
Ken
Ken saved us. He saved all of us. He saved the world. Or at least Everly Heights.
Tina barely heard him. All she could think about was that Ken, her best friend, her brother in all but blood, was gone forever, and she had let it happen.
Ken is gone, and Tina's world just got a whole lot weirder. Next week, join Tina as she trades her math homework for multiversal training and a trip to a very unusual Chi-Chi's. But as she travels dimensions, a singular spirit is waiting in the shadows, one who already knows exactly how Tina's story ends. Don't miss Infinite Tina. Welcome to W.E.I.R.D.E, next time on Everly Heights Tales.
Thanks for joining us today for this chapter of Infinite Tina, our big 3-part sci-fi epic. I'm Bill Meeks. Now, while I mixed the tracks and added sound effects, the majority of the voice acting burden was carried by voice actress / audiobook narrator Mandy McCullough, who narrated the entire Infinite Tina Worlds Apart audiobook a couple years ago. I figured you should get to know Mandy, so I asked her to join me for the aftershow on all 3 episodes of Infinite Tina. Keep listening to hear us discuss the themes and elements of the episode, along with Mandy's experiences as a voice actress. A big welcome to Mandy McCullough, the voice of Tina Infantino, Ken Sako, and several other characters in this pocket of the Everly Heights universe. Now, Mandy, it's Saturday morning as we're recording this, so my first question is, what were your favorite cartoons growing up? Bonus points if they aired on Saturday morning.
I loved Inuyasha. I loved Billy and Mandy and Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, Ren and Stimpy, a really, really great show. Also kind of problematic because of the creator in recent years. Ren and Stimpy is a good example of, like, in the moment, something seems great. When you look back on it, maybe there's a little less shine on the rose, so to speak.
Yeah, that's why my parents wouldn't let me watch, but I would, like, sneak it. Mm-hmm. And, like, when you're a kid, it just goes over your head. Yeah. But as an adult, it's like, that's a little rough.
Yeah, another show that was pretty notorious for that I was into was Animaniacs. If you ever watched Animaniacs, they had like, I forget, it was something about fingerprints, like taking fingerprints related to the artist print, you know, a whole thing. A whole thing. Okay, so since Infinite Tina is set in the 90s, it is really infused with that sort of 1990s culture. Do you have any 90s pop culture touchstones that you enjoy?
I was a kid in the 90s, so I would say like colorful clothes. I mean, I feel like people don't dress that way anymore. Taco Bell, like restaurants and like everything was so colorful and vibrant.
Oh yeah, like that purple and cyan Taco Bell. Yeah.
Yes. Or like the 90s cup, like everything had color and it was so beautiful. And you look back on that time and it's like, why can't everything be like interesting now like it used to be? Like everything was so interesting looking.
I worked for a television company I'll leave the name out of for several years. And it was right when like this whole minimalist design aesthetic sort of came in. And they were like, everyone was banging on, talking about how it was the future of design. And I was like, but where's like the character? Like, you know, I could see like, you know, an animated face and those colors and shapes of a logo. And now like, it's just like, you know, all block letters, you know, yes. 2 colors at most, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. What we've lost.
Yes.
So Tina is far from the first character you've played in the Everly Heights universe. Not to mention, you know, other universes. Why don't you go ahead and give us a breakdown of how you got into voice acting and some of your favorite projects you've worked on that other people can go check out?
I feel like a lot of people have really interesting like stories on how they got into voice acting. For me, I just kind of thought one day, like, this is a job. I have a voice. Other people get paid for this. I could get paid for this too. So it wasn't like a cool story. It was just like, I could totally do this job. And then of course I got into it and it's a lot more than I initially thought, but then you learn it and you learn marketing and sales and how to talk to people and how different characters kind of interact with each other in the like world that the author or the creator has come up with. And so it has been so fun and exciting. I've done some like web comics with this company called Storyco, and they're
Ooh.
so fun. Like there's this one called Love for a Walk where I play the character On. There's another one where I play a queen named Kiersey. And so those have been really exciting. I, of course, really love these, the work I've done with you, Bill, with Infinite Tina
Oh.
and with Everly Heights. It has been just such a blast.
Well, thank you very much for the glow up at the end. I definitely appreciate it. I do love though, because we had like the one cast for very special Welcome Freshmen. There was like a kind of a core set of characters, and you have always been one that I have not really been worried about contacting to come back, because you're always like so willing to like come and play. And even when the financing might not be there like it has been at certain points, you're more than willing to come and play in my universe. And really, like I think you just add so much to it too, like going back through the Infinite Tina audiobook sessions that you did and parsing that out into a full audio drama. So many of the characters I didn't need to do anything to, because you did such a great job of making like those voices very distinct and colorful, and you breathe character into everything you do. So I love the value you bring to the universe.
Thank you so much. That is so nice.
Okay, well, Mandy, I want to thank you so much again for coming, talking to me today, and helping me bring Infinite Tina and Zoo of Zero Tolerance to life. Now, if people dig your voice acting in Infinite Tina and the other Everly Heights tales, where can they find out more about your work and or hire you for their thing?
They can go to www.voiceovermandy.com. Super easy.
Very nice. And thank you so much, Mandy. Have a good rest of your Saturday. Join us next week for the next chapter of Infinite Tina. Well, that's it for this week. What did you think of Infinite Tina? Shoot an email or audio voicemail to Bill Meeks at everlyheights.tv and we'll share them in a future episode. There's an infinite number of worlds out there, but no matter how far you travel, Everly Heights is going to find a way to open up a portal and pull you back in. Good night. To infinity and beyond.
This town has a gravity that pulls you by your jeans. It's a half-remembered feeling of some place you've always been. You can try to drive away, but the roads turn you around, 'cause every exit starts a ticking clock till the magnet pulls you back.